Jamie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find something that you like. So it's been about 3 to 4 weeks, probably closer to 4 weeks since I last talked with you guys. So I want to come on, give an update, show you all what I've been working on, and yeah, give a life update. So I am in a new location. This is my living room. That's my front door. But my office right now is a complete mess. So could not film in there, so I had to film in here today. So this is what you're getting. So I hope you enjoy the video. I want to real quickly thank everyone who had reached out to me or like offered me kind words in regards with my tailbone. I am now fully healed, which is great. It was badly bruised about 2 months ago, so it's fully healed now. All is well. Thank you for everyone for reaching out to me. In turn, I also got my stitching momentum back, so that's been a lot of fun. In turn, I have I'm looking, and I probably have like 15 things to show you guys. It's a lot to show today. And then I did go to Gatlinburg with my family. That was last month, and I did get some things from a yarn store, so I'll go over that in my haul, and I'll kind of talk more about that in my haul, so that way that's not here in the front of the video. I like to get right into things, so I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so first up I have my FFOs. FFO stands for Fully Finished Object, and I have quite a bit to show you, so I'll just start off with the first one. So this first one I showed in my last video. It was a new start. Now it is a FFO. This is a, let me just show it. This is a wood heart blank from Michaels that I cross-stitched on it a red flower. I had the, I got the pattern off of Pinterest, and it fit perfectly in this, so I stitched this. This is for my daughter, and like I said, I stitched it in the blank. This white fill-in is Ecru DMC, and then this is what the back looks like. This is a piece of felt, and then I stuck a piece of string on it, and then this is for my daughter. It hangs up in her bedroom, and she loves it. Alright, so my next FFO I have to show is Christmas Spirits by Top Knot Stitcher. And this is what mine looks like. Isn't this just so cute? So that's Millie. She says hi. But this is Christmas Spirits by Top Knot Stitcher. I stitched this on a 14 count Ada, I believe, that I dyed a I want to say evening blue. I'm not sure, but some type of blue color. And then I used a stash conversion. I used a stash conversion DMC from what I had on hand, and down here on it does say Christmas Spirits. I omitted that and just did a wreath instead that I had in my stash, and then I added a trim on it, a little hanging hoop, and then this is what the back looks like, and I think it's so cute. Could be a little ornament for my tree. Alright, and then up next I have Cat in the Jack by Stitching with the Housewives. This is what mine looks like. I think this is so cute. This is stitched on a 14 count white Ada with the called for DMC, except for this green is a Classic Colorworks Mossy, I believe it is. Sorry, I am shaking the table a lot. I'm not meaning to. And then I just finished this with 2 big bows. I felt like this needed a big bow. Stitching with the Housewives stuffs typically have big bows, and I felt like this needed it. So I put two big bows on it, and then I found these little like pumpkin wood blanks at Hobby Lobby. So I painted one of those a little like a brown, and then went over it in black a little bit to like make it look a little distressed. And then I just hot glued that down. This is a pumpkin blank that I got from Target, actually, in their crafting section. And I just painted that orange. Yep, and that's Cat in the Jack by Stitching with the Housewives. Up next, I have a pattern that I found off of Etsy. This is a Elf movie quote, and this is what it looks like. So it says, Santa, oh my god, I know him. OMG, I know him. If you know the movie Elf, you know that this is a quote from the movie with Will Ferrell. One of my favorite movies, and one of my cousin's favorite movies as well. And this is who I stitched this for as a little ornament. Her bridal shower is actually today, as I'm filming this, and I'm gifting this to her as a little ornament. So this is just stitched on a 14 count white Aida. It's 2 strands over 1 thread, and I just used some green, white, and black from my stash. And then I had this little pom-pom trim that I just added on the end. It's finished in a embroidery hoop. There's nothing on the back, so the back's pretty blank. I could not find my felt. So I did this last night. I couldn't find my felt. And then I just added a little tag on it, and I think a little loop on it, and I think it looks really cute. So that's for my cousin. Up next, I have... Let's do this one. This is Strawberry Quilt by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This was part of their Sip and Stitch box for the summer, and this is what mine looks like. Isn't this one just so cute and summery? I love this one. So this is stitched with the called for DMC. It came in the Sip and Stitch box. And then I used my own fabric, which is a 28 count white Aida that I dyed petal pink, one of my favorite colors to dye and to stitch on. And then I finished it into a little pillow. It finishes about 4 inches is what I made my finish. And then this is what the back looks like. Super cute. I love it. It's going to go in my little summer dough bowl. And then up next, I can't remember what this pattern is called. I am sorry. I will put it on the screen in editing. But this is a sloth pattern that I just had to have because I love sloths. If you don't know, they are my favorite animal. And I just had to stitch this. So I did. So I stitched this on a 28 count T-dye Monaco with a stash conversion DMC. And it's just so cute. I love it. And if you notice from the pattern, I accidentally omitted the little like leaves that are right here, little like trees. I found this blank at Michael's, and I'm like, that's perfect. I'll buy a couple of them. So I did. I've had this in my stash for about like a year or two, and I thought this would be a perfect finishing for this sloth piece. So I was so excited to use it. Well, I was so excited when stitching it. I stitched this in one day. I was so excited stitching it, so excited to finish it. I accidentally omitted that complete section and FFO'd it and everything. My FFOing is hot gluing, so I don't lace when I do things. So this is done. This is completely done. So it's how it is now. So that's okay. Totally fine. It just is what it is. But I love this thing. And I painted this the same color that I did for the pumpkin and gave it a distressed color. I love this one. All right. Okay, so that was all of my FFOs. Now I have some finished items, cross stitches, that I'm going to show. My first one, I took this as my work stitch. This is Sunflower Seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. So again, this is Sunflower Seeds by Stitching with the Housewives. I used the called for DMC, and this is stitched on a 14 count black Aida, stitched 2 threads over 1. Alright, next I have a trio. One of them is FFO'd, so I guess you could say this is not my last, but one of them, but it's a trio. So this is what they look like. These are Spooky Smalls. So these are from, I'm trying to see if I have it in my notes here. I unfortunately don't, but I will link everything down below and I'll put it on the screen as well. But I found these on Etsy, and they came, I got the bundle set, and Spooky Halloween Smalls. I just had to stitch them. My favorite one is this one. I think they are so cute. But yeah, I FFO'd this one, and I stitched these two on 14 count white Aida with a stash conversion DMC, stitched 2 over 1. And then for this one, I stitched on a 14 count black Aida with a stash conversion DMC, stitched 2 over 1. And then for this one, I finished as a little candy corn backing. And so these will go in a dough bowl as well once I finish them. I don't know if I want to include them in like a summery dough bowl or if I want to include them in like my Halloween dough bowl. I'll definitely include them in Halloween, but one of the things I want to do is a like summer ween dough bowl, kind of in the month of like August-ish. And so that's kind of what I want to do, so I might incorporate those in there. I don't know though, but that's a next year thing. It's already halfway through August. I'm not doing that yet. All right, and then my last finish I have is Santa's Skate Shop by Stitching with the Housewives, and this is what it looks like. This one I started on August 1st, and I finished this on August 5th. This was so much fun to do. I took this to work with me as my work stitch. I could not put it down. I stitched on it for the full 8 hours every day of work. I finished it on Thursday night when I got home, and I just had a little bit of the word Santa's to do. I had the S, the A, and the N to do. I finished that when I got home, and I was so excited to call this a finish. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed this. It was just so easy to do. Lots of fill-in, so that was extremely easy. The only thing that gave me trouble was the garland on top, and I had to undo that probably like 2 or 3 times in the beginning. But that was the only thing that gave me trouble, and that was just a me problem. But it looks so cute. I used the called for DMC. This is stitched on 14 count black Aida, 2 over 1. And I will finish this exactly how Priscilla did, which is all listed on the pattern as well. And I'm hoping to show that as it gets closer to Christmas. This will go away. I'm not going to finish it yet. I'm not going to FFO it yet, just because it's only August. And FFOing something like this, with how big the piece is going to be, it's a big round. It won't really fit anywhere. So I have to wait a little bit. But yeah, that's Santa's Skate Shop. Alright, and then let me look at my list, but I think that was my finishes. And now I have some new starts. So let me take a drink and then I'll get right into my new starts. Alright, I have 3 new starts to show you guys today. So the first one is City Christmas 3 by Stitching with the Housewives. And this is where I am. So I did the garland, a little bit of the snowman, and then some of the house, so the black on the house. This is stitched on a 14 count white Ada with a stash conversion DMC, 2 threads over 1. And I used this as, I believe, 3 days of prompts for the Stitch the Olympics that the Nap Time Stitcher has been hosting during the Olympics the past fortnight. So I used this as 2 of the prompts. And then I should also say I used the strawberry quilt as 2 of the prompts as well. And then I used Santa Skate Shop as 1 of the prompts for 1 of the days. So that is what I did for Stitch the Summer Olympics. So that was a lot of fun. And then this has been a lot of fun. And again, this is City Christmas 3 by Stitching with the Housewives. Okay. My other new start I have is The Castle by Teresa Winsler. If you have been watching in the past, then you know that I have acquired this pattern from eBay. It is a rare pattern to find. I found it for less than $10 on eBay, and I'm using it as a my Bring Out Your Kit sale that Thread Gremlins and Jen's Fiberweb are hosting, and this is what I am, where I got my progress on. All right, so I like this. I like this. This is a lot of fun. It's different. It's challenging me. I love it. So this is stitched on a, let's see, I have it right here. This is a 28 count Lugana even weave of Moonstone by Fiber on a Whim. This was one of their market releases, fabric releases. And so where you can see I am is I stitched the top of the castle, and I wanted to get right into that dragon. So I started on that dragon, and this is all blended. It's all blends. The dragon's going to be all blends. I already know that. But I like it. This is probably, I only say probably about 250 stitches. I didn't get that far. But I put a good start in, I think, and I really like it. This was a lot of fun to do. I have to really be taking my time and diligently paying attention. It's not one that I can just turn something on and stitch like on TV. I have to sit, pay attention and everything. I had to scan a copy of the pattern and make a working copy of the pattern where I like color in where I've already stitched, just because it's a little hard for me. If you've ever stitched a Teresa Winsler pattern, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you've ever stitched on a like hard pattern, you know what I'm talking about, how I had to make a working copy. So that's what I had to do. Hi, Millie. Alright, so that is The Castle by Teresa Winsler. Up next, I have Morning's Peace by Carolyn Manning. This is what it's going to look like. And this is my start. Okay, this is not so much of a start. It was a start, and then I've been working on it a lot. I am about 11% of the way completed. This is stitched on a 32 count, I know that, smoky white Belfast linen, vintage, I believe. And I'm using the called for DMC. And this is where I am. I just think it's so gorgeous. I took this, yesterday was World Cross Stitch Day on August 9th. And I went to my local needlework and LNS and YNS Always in Stitches over in Noblesville, Indiana. If you live in Indiana, I definitely suggest that you check them out. They are fantastic. I could not say enough about them. But I went there for World Cross Stitch Day. They had an event, and they had an Atomic Ranch trunk show, which I'll talk more about later. But I took this as my working prompt, and I got about 800 and probably about 40 stitches in yesterday on it alone. And all that was yesterday alone, I did this top border right here, and then about right here is what I did. So I did quite a bit yesterday. I'm very happy with my progress on this. And I am doing this as a round robin with Beck Stitches Everything, Jen's Fiberweb, and Stitchin' Books. And we are each going to be stitching on a different Carolyn Manning piece, and then we're going to round robin swap them, and then each of them, and we get to each work on a different piece. So in turn, we're working on 4 different quadrants, and at the end we get to each work on a different piece, and then we get to have a completed piece that is very special. And I just think it was such a genius idea. Jen thought about it, and I just think it's amazing. And I'm so excited. I'm loving these colors. I'm loving the other girls' progress on theirs. And I just cannot wait to get my hands on everyone's stitch. So this was a lot of fun. All right. And then I finally have some whips 21 minutes into the video, and I'm just now getting into my whips. Okay, so let's get into it. So I have Halloween Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. This is what it looks like. And this is where I am. This is stitched on a, I believe, 32 count sand. And I'm using the called for colors, which is a conversion, not conversion, a mix of Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works. And I'm stitching this 2/2. And that's Halloween Tiny Town. This was a lot of fun. I did use this as, I think, one of the prompts for Stitch the Olympics. And this, I'm trying to get as far as this done as possible, so that way I can get this as close or finish. Probably, I'm hoping by the end of the month. I'm hoping to at least do one house every day. But that has not been going as well as I would have hoped. Alright, and then my next whip I have is We're Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. I am stitching this as a wedding gift for my best friend for her wedding, and this is where I am. So last time you guys saw this one, I was about right there with it. So I had filled in a little bit here, and then I went down, extended out the chin, did the bottom border, and then moved my way over here to Frankenstein. I was getting so tired of just all the black and white. I needed some of the green. I could not do black and white anymore. I needed a green. So I had to go and stitch on the bottom, and I'm really liking how this is turning. I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get this done by her wedding, which is only in 35 days. I don't think I'm going to get it done. I'm going to try my damn hardest, but I don't think I'm going to get it done. I'm hoping to, if I don't get it done by her wedding, it will definitely be a Christmas gift. I will definitely get it done for Christmas, but right now, wedding gift, hoping, if not Christmas. But this is stitched on a 28 count Mirage with the called for DMC 2/2. And that's We're Made for Each Other by the Witchy Stitcher. Alright, let me check my list, but I think that is all of my stitching that I had to show. Alright, so I do have some sewing. Let me get into my sewing before I get into the haul, because I know not everyone likes haul. So let me get into my sewing that I did. I did a lot of sewing. I let me tell you about a story that I did first for my sewing. So, I wanted to make a bag, like a slain crossbody bag for my cousin for her wedding. Just as like a little bridal shower gift. I spent 6.5 hours making a bag last Saturday. I was so excited. I finished it. I was showing my husband, and I was like, look at all these pockets. And I opened up the front pocket, and there's no lining in it. I completely omitted the lining. Completely skipped that step. And I cannot gift it because my brain just won't allow me. I physically cannot gift something that is not complete. And because I am a perfectionist, and if it's not completed, I can't gift it. So I gave it to my daughter. My daughter loves it. She uses it all every day. She puts toys in it. She carries her Barbies around the house in it. She loves that bag. She loves it. She says, "Mom, stitch me a bag." Yeah, I sure did, baby. I sure did. But I was so upset. But in turn, I did stitch a different bag. This is the fabric that was used for the bag. Maybe in my next video I'll show the bag. It's in my daughter's room right now, and I don't want to go get it. But I did sew this bag for her, for my cousin. Little makeup case bag. She is obsessed with plants. And I don't care for plants. I kill them. So that's not really something we bond over, but I love the beauty in plants. I want to be a plant person. So that's not something that we bond over, but I just thought this was so pretty that I just couldn't help but not make it for her. So, and then this is what the inside looks like. It's cute. And then I did some inside binding on it. So there's no exposed seams. Took me a long time. I'm happy with it. And then I stitched, I keep saying stitched. I sewed for her a table runner for her wedding shower. That is, again, today. And this is what it looks like. Let's see here. Okay. So table runner, it's just black and white. That's what she wanted. So that's what she got. I love it. These are just 5 inches by 10 inches blocks that I just sewed, sashed together in a straight line. Did a sashing all around, quilted it, and bound it. Just something very simple. And this is what the back looks like. Yep, so just a very simple table runner, but I think that she'll very much appreciate it. I very much like it. I want to make myself one. And then I made a knitting bag. So I don't knit. Let me just preface that. I don't knit. I want to knit. So I made a yarn bag. And then this will lead into my haul. When I was in Gatlinburg, I went to a yarn store, the Spinnery, I believe it is, and I got some yarn. And while I was there, I was talking to a lady, and I was like, you know, I crochet, so I know like worsted yarn, but I don't know the like sock yarn. I want to knit a sock. So she helped me pick out some yarn. She suggested this one, which is knitted wit, and it is in the color Great Smoky Mountain National Park. This is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? So she was telling me that this was dyed especially for the colors of the Great Smoky Mountains, exclusively to her shop. Alright, sorry about that. My laptop had died, so I had to find the charger and get that back going. So where I was on this knitted wit sock yarn. Okay. So she was telling me this was dyed especially for the Great Smoky Mountains, and it's to resemble the color of the sky. And I thought that was very cool, and I had to get it because the Great Smoky Mountains, Gatlinburg, is one of my favorite places to go. So I just had to get this, and I'm going to knit socks, and anytime I go to Gatlinburg, I'm going to wear them. So they're going to be my vacation socks. So I'm very excited about that. And then I got this Cooper Corgi yarn, and it's Savannah Sock Glitzy is the... Oh, sorry, no. The name of it is Blue Bachelor Buttons, and this is exclusively for the Smoky Mountain Spinnery where I went. And that's what that looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that sparkle. So I will be knitting socks with this. I'm super excited. I'm super intimidated too. Gorgeous. And then I got this one, and I don't have the tag. I don't know where the tag went, but I've already started using it. So this is what it looks like. I wound it into a cake already. And then with that, I am going to be stitching circled granny squares and then bordering them. I'm probably only going to get probably like 9 or 10 out of it. So I'm going to make it like a little table runner, I think. But this is what they look like. And I just think they're so cute. Look at that. I still have the yarn attached. But this is what it's going to look like. It's going to look so cute. Alright. So that was for my Gatlinburg haul. And then while we were also in Gatlinburg, me and my sibling, we went to the craftsman's fair that was going on while we were in town. And we went there, and while I was there, I did buy a knitting bag from Sarah's Stitches. And this is, I got the Haunted Mansion one. And this is what it looks like. I just think it's so cute. Just a little knitting bag. This is what that little cake that I just showed with the granny squares is going in. And if I can find a shop, I will link a shop down below. Alright. And then for the rest of my haul, I have just 3 things to show. I went to Persnickety in Zionsville with my friend a couple weeks ago. And I ended up getting this Brooms and Blooms pattern by Finally a Farm Girl, right? Yeah, Finally a Farm Girl. I think it was so cute. I'm going to end up stitching that. And then, like I said, not Fat Quarter Shop, Always in Stitches had a Atomic Ranch trunk show going on yesterday for World Cross Stitch Day. It's going on for, I believe they said, the next 2 weeks. So till about maybe like the 20th of August is when they're having it. They're located in Noblesville, Indiana. I will link all information down below in their website. So if you wanted to check them out, you can. But I did get this copper penny in an 18 count. No idea what I'm going to stitch on it. It was just too yummy not to have. And then I was on eBay, and my stepmom collects vintage Coca-Cola stuff. And I found a vintage Coca-Cola cross-stitch book. So I'm going to stitch her one of these for Christmas. So if you have a favorite, let me know down below in the comments which one is your favorite. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about that? So tell me which one's your favorite. I think my favorite that I'm going to stitch her is 4. This one. But let me know what yours is down below. I think it's so cute. I'm going to stitch that one for her, I think. But I just thought this was too cute not to pass up. And this is from, oh, I think it was 1997, yeah. Alright. So, I think that is all I have to show you guys. Let's go over plans a little bit. I don't have any. My only plans I have are really to continue on the We're Made for Each Other piece. That's really my only plan that I have, and continue my Carolyn Manning and my castle piece. Otherwise, that's kind of really all that I have to go over with you guys. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, again, leave me which one of your polar bears from the Coca-Cola is your favorite down below. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys. See you. Bye.